Hey Virgo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your love reading. We're going to get right into it immediately. Make sure to stick around to the very end, and that's when I get advice from tarot for your love life, which is really helpful, right? In the meantime, if you'd like me to send you my good energy, my prayers, say hi in the comment section. I encourage everybody just to chime in, pray for each other. We can do that. We've got the power to do that every day. This is a safe and welcoming place for everybody, and no negativity can get in. I seal that with my word and my intention. All right? And if you're shy like me, just shoot over an emoji or something. All right, so we're taking the present temperature for Virgo's love lives. Flipping but not flying, we've got the Seven of Cups. We're going to take note of that. We only take the cards that volunteer themselves. If they fly out upside down, then we read them that way. Anything else for our Virgo's love lives? Yeah, lots. That came out like this. We've got the Tower, we've got the Justice card, we've got the Ten of Wands, some big major arcana. And I'll break that all down for you in just a moment. The Empress, oh my Lord. You guys, there's only 22 of these big messengers in the deck, and you've got already a bunch of them. King of Cups, Four of Wands. This is about getting stability, putting down a burden. This is a huge shakeup somewhere. Everything becoming rebalanced. In the center of this reading, we have the Empress. This is beautiful growth, nurturing energy that is willing to grow something from a seedling, something small, and grow it back big enough, big again. And getting back to a stable foundation, reaching a milestone, an achievement, really making sure your foundation is solid. This looks like recovery, basically, you guys. We have Justice cards starting off the reading. This is karmic balance. If you're going through anything with the justice system, anything legal, any contracts, even little simple ones, this all looks good for you. This means it's going to work out very well for you. You could be putting down a burden that could be directly tied to a contract. If you're in a lawsuit, a divorce, if you are finishing up with even returning an item, you know, and there's a receipt involved. It could be big or small, but it's looking very good for you. It does seem like it's been an exhausting chapter, and you're ready to put down these sticks, this bundle of sticks with the Ten of Wands, so that you can start fresh. But there has been a rude awakening in all of this. Maybe it was something you didn't expect, something you had no control over. Maybe it was a move. Sometimes the Tower card talks about moving, but all of this is, it doesn't feel like it's shaking you up right now. It almost feels, in light of this shakeup, the Empress energy gets involved, of that nurturing, that the creativity, almost the fertility, for the lack of a better word, the fertility of abundance, you know, that starts everything up again, growing stronger and stronger. So it's really interesting, because how you recover is by taking bold leadership in your own life. And there's the King of Wands. For some of you Virgos, this is going to be your energy. This is the visionary. This is pure determination. This is saying, I can do it because I can see it. Now, for a few of you guys, this could be somebody coming into your life that holds that those characteristics. But either way, you're quickly rebuilding. And we have another individual here, the King of Cups. This is somebody who can be emotionally vulnerable. They're emotionally very mature, and they're empathic. They're usually very balancing. So these two personality types, one can be very charismatic and one can be supportive of that. One can be a big visionary, and this one can support them emotionally and feed their visions, adding stability. So let's get a couple cards out here, just kind of unpacking this all a little bit. A lot of cards flew out for you. It's a very big reading, but it's basically all talking about recovery and quick recovery. It's talking about coming back strong. I love it. King of Wands. Who is this for my Virgos? Ten of Swords. Okay, so this outward, charismatic, very confident energy in your life, it has come to an end. For some of you guys, this could be an old self. This could be an egocentric, only for a few guys, almost like like their egos and their confidence got carried away with them. And what they're doing is they're coming out the King of Cups, somebody who's more understanding, somebody who takes a beat, who's a little bit more compassionate. They've been humbled. That is going to be some of you guys. For others, this is an individual in your life and the relationship has come to an end. It's just done. And it has something to do with that big shakeup we're talking about, that Tower card. And you're just really ready to put this chapter behind you. And it is officially behind you. That's the corner that you're turning. King of Cups, who is this for us? The Devil. Interesting. King of Cups, who is this for us? What's the Devil? With our King of Cups, anything? They have to fly out. Okay, you're going to be getting a message, or either an epiphany, a realization, or a message about this individual. They could be a water sign. But, you know, it's interesting because they are attached to temptation or a pattern, a temptation to slide into a pattern that doesn't serve one very well. So you're getting either this strong clarity about them, whether it's an epiphany you have or it's a message coming through. An Ace of Wands. Now, in a love relationship reading, this can be very lusty. This can be passion. It's definitely passion ignited. I feel for a lot of you guys, this is somebody who's triggering an old behavioral pattern, but there's an attraction, a passion towards them, and you're going to get maybe a new idea, a clarity, a communication with them. The Queen of Pentacles. There's your energy. This is our earth energy here. Very interesting. How do these two connect? Anything about how these two connect? I've used so many of these cards. Let's get a new deck. I've already pre-shuffled this within mine. How do the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups connect for my Virgos? We got Queen of Pentacles on top of Queen of Pentacles. Okay, well, let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles a little bit. This is probably your energy it's talking about because it's ruled by Virgo and all the other earth signs. Practical, resourceful, but very nurturing, very loving, but in a home-centered way. You know, there's a balance to the Queen of Pentacles when they are healthy. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Reserving your energy, reserving your energy. I feel like this individual, the Sun, the Magician, there's something very special you could create. There's something very special you can create, but there's a reason why you're withholding this energy. And I think it's because they trigger something. They trigger something you're going to get clarity about, but they're going to trigger a pattern that you yourself, you completely own. And you realize that. So instead of just jumping right in, you're observing it all. And kind of with that Hermit energy, even though the Hermit hasn't flown out yet. Because I think stability, what you're rebuilding, is so important to you that anything that triggers you in the wrong way is a threat to that foundation. So while you see great potential, you're also going to be greatly responsible. You're going to tap into that stable, strong earth, structured energy that you have within you, Virgo. You're going to hold on tight to what you've made, you've been creating for yourself, what you've been growing. You know, you've been coming back from the dead. You've been coming back. This is a resurrection. This is rehabilitation, you know, on your terms. You don't want to sacrifice it all because you were triggered and you weren't ready. So let's put these cards back in the deck. What advice from Tarot do we have for our Virgos? Advice from Tarot. Advice from Tarot for our Virgos. We have beautiful. This is about big picture, long game. Yep. You ain't wrong, Virgs. You ain't wrong. Big picture. Longevity. And this could be like, this is basically the legacy you're leaving, right? Got Nine of Cups, reverse. Why is this in reverse? I don't know if it actually came out in reverse. So I'm going to consider both sides of it. All right, we're not going to ask it that. More advice from Tarot. Seven of Swords. Why are we getting a Seven of Swords? Oh, we're getting them all in reverse. One sec, bear with me. Okay. This is what it feels like. You've been, the cat wants to get out. One sec, Mari. Some of you've been hiding in conversation or from others is disappointment, maybe your sadness, disappointment, maybe the feeling of being weak on your own. I'm just throwing out all these energies. It gives you anxiety to be hiding it when you've been so vulnerable that it seems that all you can do not to be completely naked in front of the world is to put on a face, right? For some reason, and that's understandable. For some reason, tarot is pointing out that it's creating much more anxiety to hide that. And so you coming out talking about it, it's like coming out and showing your vulnerability. It's almost scaring you to see that it could be effective. Let me see if there's a better way I could say that. There's almost a resistance to happiness. I think it's so much easier to focus on holding on to your coins, like the Four of Coins, the miser, like holding on to what you've got, head down, just keep rebuilding, than it is to fully come out of this disappointment. This is coming out in reverse. That's coming out of sadness, coming out of disappointment. I think you're afraid it's going to take your money, take your happiness, take everything that you've built. And so I think I think that you kind of pulled the wool over your own eyes with it, but also I think you're just not focusing on it. It gives you too much anxiety. Okay. So what about that? Anything else? What could help our Virgos? This came out this way. This is transformation. Just knowing that this is the worm, the caterpillar going into the cocoon. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. When that caterpillar goes into a cocoon, it breaks down to a complete liquid. That is a fact. And when that caterpillar is complete liquid, do you think it knows it's going to all come back together as a beautiful butterfly? Absolutely not. I'm just going to throw my coins on that. It feels like it's a mess. It feels unrecognizable. And so knowing that transformation does reach a point, a critical point, where they don't recognize themselves and they don't recognize their lives. And if happiness in a relationship, happiness with this person takes you to that point, simply pay attention. That's all. That's all you have to do. You don't have to change yourself. You're already changing enough. Be kind to yourself. I love you guys. I hope that's helpful. Say hi. I'd like to send you my prayers. Bye-bye.